Well, hello, welcome to part 3 of this Tokai Breezysound Telecaster refret. I'm going to do something I don't normally do now, and I'm going to explain because now it's going on my jig. The refret's done, the fret leveling's done. I've taped up the neck and I'm now going to put it on my jig to do the recrowning, because it just makes it a lot easier to do it on the jig because you can get at it, you get at both sides. It's at a good height to work. So it's the best way I've found of doing it. So that's why I still use this jig. I use it quite a bit. But I'm going to show how I fix the guitar. Or normally I fix a whole guitar, but because I've took the neck off the body, there's a different way I fix this to the jig. So I'm going to get out of the way and I'm going to explain how the jig works and how we go about it. Right, this is a jig. It's basically my version of a Stumac neck jig. And what we do is we've got a platform here. Where we'd strap a guitar body, and what we're going to do is try and get the neck as even as possible. And once we've got it even, level or horizontal, we then strap the guitar body in using these ratchet straps, and then we position it with these metal rods right down the centre of the neck to support underneath. We've got padding on there, and we've got 2 0 gauges which we then set to 0. And we strap it in, strap it down, strap it in, get it tight. Once it's all done, we set these to 0, and then if we get any movement whatsoever, we know we've moved. Now what we do is, obviously when we've got it strapped in, we strap it in exactly level, perfectly flat. Now because I'm only crowning these frets, the frets have already been levelled. Because I'm only crowning these frets, it's not important for me to get these zeroed out, but I'm going to do it anyway just to show you. So I'm going to show how we first get on, and we've got 2 ratchet straps here. And what I'm going to do is, because the neck's removed from the guitar and bolted to this piece of 30mm MDF, bolted through using the neck bolts and the neck plate. So this is simulating the guitar body, it just gives me something to strap. I'm going to strap this now to this platform. The platform, as you can see, is adjustable on 4 feet with rubber stoppers on there to stop us damaging anything. Because normally you could do it straight with a guitar, but I use this platform I've built, 10mm plywood, padded out. And so we can alter these up or down, left and right, and so we can get this level. And then what we do is we strap it in to, and we strap it onto the board. And what we do is first we set the ratchets. Now normally if I was using a guitar, if I was a guitar body, I'd have padding on each of these edges where it touches the body. I'd use some thick felt there, there and there. But because it's just on the MDF piece there, don't have to do that. So what I do is I'm going to ratchet it in, get it all set straight. And we just tighten this right up. That's tight, it's not going to go anywhere. Again with the second one. Right, we're nice and tight in there. That's now not going to move. Now you see, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to position these all down the centre. What I'm going to do is look down the line, and that's it. All these are central to the guitar. We've got the 0 gauges there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a level on there. First I'm going to set this one on the neck, on the headstock. Great thing about a strap, we've got a flat base so you can do it really, really easily. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, like I say, I don't need it to be exactly level, but I'm going to show how we would set it level in that kind of situation where we need to. Now the thing is, with this masking tape I've doubled, every piece has got 2 bits of masking tape, so it's all the same thickness. So if I set the level of the neck, it's already going to be level, I already know that. Do you want me to, I'll just zoom in a little, give you a better idea. So I already know this neck's flat. I'm just going to check anyway, but what I do then is I take this one at this end and I bring it up just to the guitar, just so it dabs and touches. And so once we're level, I'm going to tighten that, and now that's not going to move. We know it's level, it's going to stay level. And then what I'll do is I'll just strap this in. It's not major strapping, this is just going to stop it moving left and right. There's various ways I could do this, I could make this a better mechanism, but it's good enough for me for now. So there you go. I'm going to check where it's level anyway. Absolutely bang on. I'm going to zero the dials out, loosen them first. zeroed out, that's zeroed out. I'm quite central enough there. And again, I don't think I'm quite central with that. I'm just going to move it just that way a little bit. There you go. Again, this one. There you go, we're zeroed out. Now we're zeroed out, because we've got a neck level, we're going to bring these up one by one. Just touch the guitar with them. What this is going to do is going to make sure we don't get any movement on the neck there. Once we're set, zero these out again. There you go, zeroed out. We've now got my neck. I've got this one on yet. That's it. That neck's going nowhere now. We've got it strapped in. We've got it levelled off. We've got these zeroed out. Just zoom in. Show you where we are. I'll tie it out on that one. That's close enough for what we need. I need to reset these again. I'm going to recalibrate all this. But there you go. We're all zeroed out there. The neck is now straight, it's supported, and now what I'm going to do is I can now get on with doing the crowning. Now I don't have to do this for crowning, it just could have just been on there just supported. I don't need to be level because I've already levelled the frets, so there's no more levelling needs to be done. All I need to do is crown these frets. Once they're crowned and I've carved into the I've take the burrs off this these edges that I've done with the beveling file. I need to move it over to the other table. Once it's on the other table, all we've got to do is then do the polishing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a marker pen, I'm going to mark all across these frets, and what we're going to do is we're going to file with the crowning file. I prefer to, rather than use this, which is quite coarse, I actually prefer to use my 3-edge file with a ground edge and do it by hand. And you've seen how I do it on other videos. Like I said, I'm going to mark all these up and I'm going to basically, where these frets are all flat, I'm going to re-crown using 3-edge file by hand. It takes quite a while. I love doing this job, it's fantastic. So that's what I'm going to get on with next. I'm not going to show you me doing the work, I've already shown on previous videos. I've done in-depth videos showing how we re-crown files. I just wanted to do a slightly different video now, and I wanted to get this, show you how to set this jig up. So that's it, I'll come back later when I'm ready for polishing. Welcome back. The Tokai Breezysound refret. We've now re-crowned the frets. I don't know what you're going to see this way, but you see we've got them all crowned again. There's a little bit of pen line left on a few, just showing how thin a line we've got on the top. You should be able to see that. We've got them beautifully domed again. I'm now just about, well, I'm now getting ready to do the final polish, and what I need to do before I do the final polish is I need to get the frets taped up, and I use various thicknesses of masking tape, and through experience I've learned not to buy the cheap crap. This is Super Deck tape. Can't remember what brand this is, it's a good brand, but I've got different thicknesses. I've got 25mm, 18mm and 6mm. All good quality gear, so I'm going to get the neck taped up ready to do that. Right, as you can probably guess, I've got the Tokai neck clamped into the vise, guitar repair vise, and I'm doing the polishing, and I'm halfway through the polishing, fret polishing. Like I said, they've all been levelled, all been re-crowned, we've beveled all the edges, and I'm just going to show a little bit of how I actually do the polishing. I've already done 2 grits, I've done the 1000, the 1200, and I've half done the 1500. I'm going to show how I actually do the polishing. What I first do is I take a long strip. This is actually 2000. I'm only showing this because I'm just trying to show my 1500 or whatever I use. But what I do is first, when I'm polishing, I'll go this way and I'll do the bevels. And I'll go this side, I'll do the bevels that side. I'll go all across the whole length, up the whole length of the neck, both sides, blah 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 blah. Then I come I do each side. I do that side and the top, and I polish the whole fret, and I do that for all however many frets there are, in this case 22. And I'll move the neck accordingly through the vise, just unclamp, clamp back in, blah 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 blah. So I've already done the 1500, blah 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 so far, and I've polished the whole lot. But because I had 2 pieces of 1500 cut, I'm also going to go again with a second polish of the same grit, and all we're going to do is we're just going to go across. We're doing the inside, we're doing the outside, then we're doing over the top of the fret, all in one direction, and that's just repolishing. I've already gone across this way. What we do lightly that way, just to round off a little bit more, then we come across this way, and that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to do the whole fingerboard like so. And I'll spend a little bit of time on a fret because I want a good polish on there. Change the paper as necessary if it starts getting a little bit smooth. And what I'll do is, once I've done a fret, I'll go across with a eyeglass, and I'll have a look and see how we're getting that polish out, making sure we get these across lines off and we're getting lines coming this way. That's quite nice. There you go. What do you think to that? If I can get this in the right place. There you go, pretty good. So that's one done, and then I'll move on to the next one. I'll do this for all 22. I'm always feeling to get a little bit of abrasion or the abrasive paper. It's pretty abrasive anyway. This one side, the other side, come across the centre. Medium pressure, you don't have to press too hard, you're not going to be hurting your fingers here. So this is 1500 grit. Once I've done the 1500 grit, I'll do the whole lot with 2000 grit. Once that's done, I'm going to go across with steel wool. Now some people say steel wool, it's a false economy doing the steel wool at 0000, which is super fine, because it's only equivalent to 600 grit sandpaper. I don't agree with that. I don't think it is equivalent to 600 grit sandpaper, because sandpaper is different in that it's gritted on the surface, whereas steel wool is quite smooth when you rub across. So I think it gives you a much higher polish, and for experience I know it gives a much higher polish, so I still use steel wool. Some people are against it, not me. There you go, second fret. We're looking pretty good there. So that's it, I'm going to crack on, get all the other 20 done. And then I'll come across, I'll go with the 2000, we'll do the outside tops, blah blah blah. And we'll finish off with a small square of 2000 again. So every fret gets polished twice with 4 grits of sandpaper, so it's 8 polishes. We do a final polishing with steel wool, which is 9 polishes. Once we've done all that, then I'll come and I'll sand down any areas of a fingerboard. Once I've took the tape off, any areas of a fingerboard where we've got any file scratches, we'll give them a little bit of abrasion, and we'll coat with mineral oil, lemon oil to you lot, mineral oil with a bit of lemon in it, and we'll let that soak in, give it all a good clean and get everything all sorted. Once it's all sorted, we're happy that everything's level, we can stick this back on the guitar. Chances are I'm just going to come back when I've got this polishing all done, I've got the fingerboard cleaned up and done. Like I say, there's no reason for me to film everything because it's filmed in many prior videos, so that's it. I'm going to crack on with this. As mentioned, I will be back later. So here we are, final part of the Tokai Breezysound Telecaster neck refret. I've just taken the neck off of the guitar repair vise because I've finished the polish, and though you don't really get it because it's still got the tape on and everything, these frets are now very highly polished. I've been over them with my magnifying glass and they're absolutely beautiful. Oh, so good. I love doing refrets. I'm going to try and position this so you can have a glimpse. I'm just going to hold that up there and I'm just going to stick that there, and hopefully you'll get it. And I know you've got light reflecting there, it should be alright there like that. I'm sure the owner is going to be very pleased. Absolutely beautiful. So what I'm going to do now is, I need now to clean up the fingerboard. We're going to have a couple of scratches in there where we sanded into it, or probably hit with a file just a little bit. It's not that we're taking any material out, but we'll have little scratches on there. We need to just sand that out, and we need to cover the neck, the fingerboard in mineral oil, lemon oil. It's what we call lemon oil. It's not lemon oil. It's actually mineral oil with a little bit of lemon in there. It's actually formulated to nourish and feed wood, especially rosewood and ebony. People say lemon oil is bad for your guitar or bad for wood. Well, if it was just lemon oil, yeah, it would be. It would be terrible, but it's not. It's an actual formulated mineral oil. People like Diodario, Dunlop, Kaiser and all these companies, they're not stupid. They're not going to put crap on there. So basically it's mineral oil with a hint of lemon in there just to give it a nice smell. And we're going to treat it with that, let it soak in, let it dry overnight. And that's it. So what I'm going to do with that is do what I've just said. And we can look at getting it back on the guitar tomorrow, getting the guitar set up. I'm just going to peel the tape off now, off camera. I'm going to come back and show you what it looks like off camera. So here we are with the neck just about ready to go back on the guitar. Beautiful fret job. You'll see the frets, I had to cut the slots a little bit deeper. I told the owner where to go slightly, just more or less touching the actual neck wood itself, the actual maple. In some cases the fret tang has just slightly gone into that, so I had to cut the slots a bit deeper. It's not compromised anything. If you want to pause and have a look while you're there, you're going to see that's all nice and neat. Beautiful bevels on the edge there. Perfectly level fret job, beautifully shined frets. What I've got to do now is I've got to cut a nut. Got fender nuts. I buy fender nuts, I buy these. It's made out of material called cyclovac. It's a man-made bone. I'll cut a nut from that. That radius will fit the radius of this neck perfectly. Get one of them in tomorrow. Get the neck back on the guitar. That'll be it. Just a mini update. Neck is on the guitar. Seen the guitar before. There's the neck. I've just filed a nut, fender nut, just to fit in the slot there. I'm not gonna glue it in yet, but I'm gonna start carving this. I just wanted to show it in the guitar. So fender nut made of cycrolate, I think it's called. So cyclovac is the material. I've had to just shave the edges off that just to get it to fit the slot. Real nice tight fit. I'll snip the edges off. I'll take that off and I'll cut it in, put it in a vise, and I'll cut it in a vise. Shave some top off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, I'll cut the slots, get the slots measured, get the slots cut in there, and I'll basically just keep taking it down and down until I've got the right height above the frets. Took me about half an hour to do that, and that'll be it. Get that done, get it set up. Back with an update later. Good day. I can't remember if I did the end to this video on this Tokai refret, the custom one that belongs to Steve. So I'm just rushing this out because he's on his way to pick these up, and I'm just rushing this little video out just to show that the refret was completed. Absolutely banging guitar, brand new nut on there, as you can see. The guitar is beautiful, all done. So I just wanted to show the guitar in all its glory. Done the setup the best I could on the bridge. The saddles are a bit too wide, I find, so this string gap here is a little bit much between the 4th and 5th string, but apart from that, it's bang on. It should play absolutely fine. I've not tested it for tuning this morning, so I'll tune that in a second, but the guitar is ready to go. So I just wanted to tie this up, get it on video, and say that's it. Been a great little project. A nice Tokai Breezysound Telecaster there, all refretted, all set up, ready to go. So that's it. So until the next project, as always, be good to each other, and I'll talk to you soon.